Hey man, welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel and or the Super Divorce Twitch channel for tonight's edition of Sega Mania number 11. We're here tonight to honor the erstwhile Sega Mania magazine, one of the greatest magazines in the world of gaming to ever be created. Unfortunately, only ran a scant 7 issues. That's it. 7 issues and done for Sega Mania magazine. But since I'm such a fan of Sega Mania magazine, I said, we're not going to stop there. We're going to keep Sega Mania magazine alive via fucking live stream. And what we're going to do is we're going to play through every damn game that was reviewed across all 7 issues of Sega Mania magazine. Tonight, this is game number 11, which was featured in issue number 1 of Sega Mania magazine. I'm going to pull up that review for you in just a second. Hello, Carrot. Carrot's here in the chat. And Carrot says Paperboy is a classic. Paperboy is in fact a classic. But guess what? I have never, before this evening, played the Sega Master System version of Paperboy. I grew up mostly playing the... Honestly, I played the Super Nintendo version of this game a lot. You know, I played the NES version, but I always preferred the Super Nintendo Paperboy. Had that one and spent many, many hours playing it as a youngster. Said, this is my first experience playing the Sega Master System version. Hey, Jess. No, I meant that I was going to get that out of the way so that we would have time to enjoy the PlayStation 5. I just picked up a PlayStation 5 yesterday. And Jess and I started playing the Sackboy game last night, which was a lot of fun. Sackboy Adventure. Is that the name of it? I don't know. It's a lot of fun, though. Anyway, before I do that, I'm going to get this stream in here, though, and go back in time playing a little Paperboy. Now, let me pull up the review for you. What you see on your screen right now is the Sega Mania review of Paperboy. I'm going to read this to you so that we can get an idea what they had to say about it, and then after I've played this game for about an hour, then I'm going to give you my final thoughts on it, and we'll see how my review stacks up against the Sega Mania review. Also, if you'd like a larger, higher quality version of this review in front of your face right now, just look in the description below and you'll find a link to the Sega Mania magazine archive on the internet. You can go over there, you can open up issue number 1, page number 32, and follow along. You can skip ahead, you can see what we're going to review next time, if you're ever curious. I wonder what's going to be next on Sega Mania. All you got to do is check out which review comes next. Look at the review that comes after Paperboy, and that's what we'll be playing next time. If you don't want to find out, just don't look. It's that simple. Alright. So, here we go. Paperboy. This review from Simon Pike. If you guys have been following along, you have no doubt enjoyed several reviews from Simon Pike so far. Let's see what Simon says. Extra, extra! Read all about it! Midway's arcade hit that celebrates one of society's true unsung heroes, the humble Paperboy, has arrived on the Master System. Paperboy eschews such outlandish concepts as alien attacks, deadly dungeons, and police chases, and takes us on a journey through the comparative normalcy of suburbia. But is it worth your hard-earned paper-round money? Read on for the big scoop. The concept of the game is basic but cool. Ride your bike from one end of the street to the other. Throw rolled-up newspapers at people's doors or mailboxes, and avoid obstacles and intersections. Run into too many poodles, RC cars, unicyclists, or flower beds, and our hapless hero will quit his job, resulting in game over. You'll need to stay on target with your newspaper throws. If you smash a window or miss a house altogether, you'll lose that household off your subscription list, and it'll be that much harder to get a good score next time. Make it to the end of the street in one piece, and you'll be able to take on a short obstacle course as a fun little bonus. Paperboy is an example of a simple concept executed very well, resulting in a high-quality experience that looks good and has an addictive gameplay loop, lending itself to those quick gaming sessions after school or after you've returned from your real-life paper round. Get on your bike and get down to the shops to pick up a copy. P.S. The game isn't actually in black and white. We just thought this looked cool. Editorial. Editors. Editor. What they mean there is if you look at the review in Sega Mania magazine, you'll see that it's printed in black and white to look more like a classic newspaper. So they were, trying to enhance the gimmick there. So that's what they had to say. A pretty favorable review. Let's see how our experience is here on Sega Mania. Let me hunker down after I just remove this review and the thumbnail, and there we go. There's the game. All right, so let's go ahead and start on Easy Street, why don't we? Where we just score regular 1 times the points that we get. If you go to Middle Road, you have a score multiplier of ×2. And if you start on Hard Way, that's a score multiplier of ×3. We're just going to start off right here, nice and easy, on Easy Street. I think that's a good way to go. So, here we are. You can speed up, you can speed up or slow down. You got a guy drilling his jackhammer there. You want to make sure you pick up your supplemental newspapers. And as you can see there, you want to toss them on in. Want to toss them on into the mailbox where you can. So far, I'm 3 of 3 on mailboxes. There we go. Ooh, cut it close there. We have a break dancer. Always fun to see what kind of obstacles they're going to throw in your way, you know? There's a great video from Mega 64 where they simulate Paperboy in real life. When their actual Paperboy is going through the neighborhood, I'm guessing it's probably 4 or 5 in the morning, whenever they deliver the newspaper, very early when it's still dark out. And they have set up in the neighborhood street basically a Paperboy scenario. It's, oh shit. But they've got, one guy's rolling a tire back and forth for some reason, which is something that one of the characters in the Super Nintendo version did. You got like a juggler, all sorts of just crazy characters. And it's pretty hilarious. Check it out. Look up Mega 64 Paperboy, and I think you'll enjoy what you see. Oh. Sometimes a little tough to tell if you're on the right plane. See, I thought that was good, but... Oh, smack! The wrong way. What's up, Ghoulie? Hello, hello. Did anyone here ever have a paper route? I had a paper route. It was like my first... Yeah, that was my first job, I guess. You know, not counting like mowing my grandfather's lawn. Oops, they're not going to be happy about that. But you know, I had the old paper route. Rode my bike and everything. And then, you know, at a point, my mom would take me sometimes. Had to go around, collect payment, get tips. That was always a good part. But I think it's a good first job. You know, maybe I've said before that my first job was McDonald's, which is true as far as like going and clocking in somewhere, that kind of thing. But before McDonald's, I believe I was 14 when I got my paper route. Delivering the Miamisburg, West Carrollton Times. A very small news publication. Not like the Dayton Daily News or anything. You know, if you want to deliver like a big time newspaper, then you know that's really more of an adult's job, because you got to get up at the ass crack of ass and be out there. Oh, damn it. You know, you need to drive, really. You need to have a car you can drive around in. If you're trying to deliver, you know, your big local paper, or perhaps the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal or shit like that. That's not so much a job for a 14-year-old. There's going to be too many papers to deliver. Much too large a route. So even though I sucked, I still... Oop, I didn't even mean to do that. It was just A. I guess I'll try Easy Street again. So I need to see something. Is it... Whoop. Ah, damn it. I missed my papers. Missed them again. I think is it all the black houses here, the ones that I don't want to deliver to, that's what it looks like. So I had some people drop off. Fuck. Carrot never had a paper route. Well, I think you missed out, but guess what? It's never too late. Why don't you go ahead and get yourself a paper route, Carrot? Even if you just do it for a week. That way you can say, yeah, I had a paper route. Not as a kid, but I went out and got one when I was a full-grown man, because I thought it would be a fun experience. One of those things that you just want to be able to say you did. So, that's my suggestion. Go on out, find yourself a nice newspaper you can deliver. Though I don't know. I wonder how hard it is to get a paper route now. With so many people going digital. Are they... What's the point in having the jumpy ramp if you're not even going to let me jump over the water? Ghoulie says, I don't think we do paper routes in my neighborhood. Oh, come on. That's a bunch of hogwash. Every neighborhood does paper routes. How do they get the newspaper to people then? Are you telling me that no one in your entire neighborhood has a newspaper subscription? That can't be. Look at that guy. Unicyclist. Asshole. I mean, they gotta have... man, come on now. So in the Super Nintendo version, let me just say this real quick. The the obstacles can often be stopped. You can often stop an obstacle with a well-placed throw of the newspaper. So if you've, well, see this dog right here. Oh, it looks like you can do it. Okay, it worked. I guess you just have to be very precise indeed. Seems a lot harder to stop people or nuisances in this game with your newspaper. But I guess it can be done, because it worked on the dog, or at least it seemed like it did. Look at that. Cut it close. See, I was trying to throw it at the breakdancer and it didn't do anything. That's why I didn't think it would work. I don't like the soundtrack as much in this game. Definitely prefer the Super Nintendo version of it. Oh, look at that. He was gunning for me. I think we've at least gotten everyone their paper so far. I haven't hit the mailbox on every single one, but I don't think I've missed anybody. I have to make sure to go up top, I think, is what I want to do here. To go across... No! Hey, look, I did it that time. Hey, look! I got cheerleaders, people saying I love you. Ghoulie says, correct, none of us have newspaper subscriptions. I don't believe that. I don't believe you, Ghoulie. I don't believe that there's no one in your entire neighborhood. Oh, no. That can't be correct. There's got to be at least one person. One old lady who's had a local newspaper subscription for 50 years. There's got to be someone. Even if it's just one. I refuse to believe that you live in a neighborhood with 0 newspaper subscribers. Carrot believes him. Well, it's a free country for now. So you're still free to believe that there are 0 subscribers. Man, come on. It's a rough job, but blah, 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 blah. Oh, Ghoulie says, to be fair, we have a small neighborhood, and it's a new neighborhood that's only been around for 3 years. Okay, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. If it's very small, you know every single person who lives there, and it's only been around for 3 years, you might have a case where there's no one with a newspaper subscription. But you know what? You could be the newspaper salesman as well. You could create your own market. First, you get a job selling newspaper subscriptions. You get everyone in your neighborhood to subscribe. And then you also become the Paperboy. And you've got the market completely cornered. It's all yours. It's Ghoulies for the taking. No competition for you. There will simply be no one else to deliver the papers to the few people that you have sold them to. Think of that. You could become rich. Ah, shit. The Ghoulie Gazette, I like that. It's a great idea. Oops, sorry. Oops, well, lost a couple subscribers there, but that's okay. At least they got their paper. They might not see it that way, but that's how I do. Look at that. Really hitting the mark here on this go round. Yay! Made it to my cheerleaders. Carrot says I live in ass crack between bumfuck nowhere and a major city, so we don't really have much. I've seen precisely zero people get newspapers near me in the past like 7. But you haven't been looking, I bet. I bet if you hung out in the morning and you just waited with a pair of binoculars staring at people's homes in the early morning hours. First of all, you might get arrested, so you probably shouldn't do that. But if you took the chance, what you would probably find is that there is a Paperboy. And you do have some neighbors receiving a newspaper that you never knew about. And maybe would inspire you to go out and start your own newspaper, just like the Ghoulie Gazette. Hello, Mr. Jorfus. Thank you for joining us tonight. I saw that Argentina was playing in the World Cup today. Are you a World Cup follower? That's news. That's some news for you. They'll probably talk about that in tomorrow's paper. The results of the World Cup in the sports section. You know, there's still something for everyone in your local newspaper. The classified ads. What else? What else is in the local news you're not going to get by browsing the internet? Oh, watch out there. Man, I'm having a tough time. What are some perks of the local news versus just using the internet or Twitter? Well, you're supporting local writers and local business people. Some people, local businesses still advertise with the local news. That's something. Can't discount that. Ah, smack. Carrot wants to know, what am I supposed to name my newspaper? I don't know. In your newspaper, where you'd be writing about Argentina in the finals of the World Cup. Well, you know what, Ghoulie? Unfortunately, here's my take on that. I have a hard time saying that a paper still exists if they're online only. It's not a paper anymore. By definition, it's no longer a newspaper. You can't call it that. You could say it's an online publication, an online news outlet, but it's not a newspaper anymore. If there's no paper version, you can't call it a newspaper. Maybe that's elitist of me, but it makes sense, I think. I'm going to try going up to Middle Road. See if we can get our score up a little bit here. Oh boy. Yeah, we got some more. We got some more to deal with here. On the middle difficulty. Man. You know, I feel like I was always pretty decent at the Super Nintendo version of this game. I feel like I'm having some trouble with this one. It just seems like the timing is much different. The timing's different on the throws. My mind is reverting to the Super Nintendo, and it's not the same. I mean, it's not wildly different, but it's different enough to be giving me some fits here. Yep. Damn. Come on now. Well, if you say that you're running a newspaper and then you burden your readers, your subscribers, with printing it out at home, I have a problem with that. I don't think that's not kosher. Jorphus wants to know why every time I get hit, the boy gets a box in his head. I guess it's just to show sort of a sense of humiliation. Damn it. You know, you've been reduced to sitting on the side of the road with a box over your head. You don't want anyone to see you. You've lost all your subscribers. You've been shamed. Like that right there. I mean, it's just supposed to relay humiliation, disgrace. You're disgusted with yourself. You're going to sit on the side of the road with a box over your head. How did I get up there, by the way? Why don't I just go to the hard way and see what happens? See how hard this is. Whoop! It's a 3 times... Wow, man. It's a 3 times score multiplier here on the hard way. Whoop! Oh, and we got the Grim Reapers out now. So a new enemy. I've only seen him on the hard way. Oh, and we got some cyclists, some motorcyclers. You gotta go for broke here. Damn it. Broken window. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant by go for broke. I didn't mean go for broken window. Self-propelled lawnmowers driving around. Things are pretty crazy here. No, I don't know. Damn it. What happened? Why did it stop? I guess I ran out of time. Did I ever end up with a box over my head because I was so humiliated? No. No. I never had that experience. I think I was a pretty good paperboy. I never broke anyone's window or had any, like, crazy mishaps. Nothing like that. I never ran into any people jackhammering the side of the road. I think I did a pretty good job. You know, I bundled my papers nice and tight. Oh man, really lost it here. Get across there. There you go. Yeah, I would give myself high marks as a paperboy. I never saw the Grim Reaper either. But look at that. That's how you get the high score if you want it. You gotta go to the hard road. You gotta take the hard way. Right now, I think my goal is gonna be to get 100K. See if we can do that. I don't think I ever saw anything really crazy on my paper route. It was pretty tame. You know, I delivered in the afternoon because it was just like a once-a-week paper. As I said, it was a very small publication, so it's not like one that I had to have at the people's homes super early in the morning. I feel like you might be more likely to see, you know, wild and crazy shit early on in the day. Really early in the morning, you know. in the kind of sleepy afternoon, at a time when most people are either at work, or, you know, at home because they're off work. There's not a whole lot going on at, you know, 3 in the afternoon. It's a pretty quiet time in suburbia, I think. So, oh, fuck. You're not gonna see, you know, you're not gonna see people. What are crazy things people do in the morning that you don't see them do at other times? I feel like people are gonna be more likely to maybe walk outside, either in their underwear or maybe even fully nude. You might see someone nude in the really early morning hours, going out to start the car while they get a shower. If it's like winter time, they might figure, oh, no one's going to be out there. I sleep in the buff. I can probably just run out ass naked and get my car started while I go back inside and continue my process of getting ready for the day. You're not going to see that in the afternoon. No one's going to take that chance at 3 p.m., but they might do it at 4 or 5 a.m., especially if they know that, you know, they're the only person in the cul-de-sac who works early. Start the car butt-ass naked, very common thing, yeah, you know. I'm not saying it's common. I'm just saying you might see it. You might see it one time. Or probably more likely would be to see someone, you know, in their underwear. A little more tame would be in a bathrobe. That would probably be the most common. Someone puts on their house robe and house slippers, gets their cup of coffee, the first cup of coffee of the morning, and runs outside before their shower to get the car started. Because sometimes you need to give your car a good half hour to boot up. When you're dealing with, like, you know, sub-zero temperatures, there's nothing worse than having to go to work and you've not given yourself time to warm the car up if you are working early. That's a real bummer. In my opinion, that was always a real boner in the dirt. It's like, it's already bad enough that you got to be up and at work at whatever 8, 9 in the morning, maybe earlier than that. Maybe you got to be there at 7. But it really is a shit time if you are, you know, running late and you just have to start the car and immediately begin driving when it's like 0 degrees outside. It's not warmed up. If you've got a coffee with you, it's probably going to be cold in like 5 minutes because of how cold the surroundings are. The car starts getting warm when you pull into work. No. Bad time. Just a really bad time. Not what I would recommend. Give yourself plenty of time in the morning to comfortably get your car started and have a nice drive to work. Start the day off right. And if that means getting out of bed and running outside completely nude so that you have time to start the car and get back inside and continue getting ready for work, then, you know, it might be worth it. As long as you're not at risk, you know, being seen by neighbors who then could possibly call the police and say that you've exposed yourself out in public, and then you might get arrested. So if you're going to do that, you should be very careful. Oops. Carrot feels like he's more likely to see a unicorn than someone starting their car in their birthday suit. I guarantee you. It's probably a daily occurrence. Somewhere across the continental U.S. I would bet on it. I bet in some neighborhood, every day, somewhere, there is at least one person who goes out and starts their car completely naked. Somewhere. Think of how many people there are. Think of how large this country is here. Someone out there is going outside completely nude and getting the car started. Bet on it. Take it to the bank. I mean, I don't know if any studies have been done on that, but if they did, I think they would probably find that I'm correct. Especially, you know, out in kind of like the hinterlands. You'd be much more likely to see it on a farm. Oh, I chose... Is that right? Did I make it? People who live on a farm, people who live out in the woods. Why wouldn't you at that point? But in this game, I haven't seen any naked people so far. There might be a mod for it. Maybe you unlock it. Maybe with a game genie. A nude neighbors modification for the game. Ooh, I got close to 100k that time, didn't I? Let's try the hard way again. We're rolling with the hard way here. Because of that 3x multiplier. It's really not that much more difficult than playing on Easy Street. I mean, you get a few more guys riding their bike, you know, a few more fucking unicyclists. And it seems like you have less time in the obstacle course, but ultimately, it's not that much more difficult. But I'm still having a heck of a time getting these newspapers to go into the mailbox. A little something else in real life. I wouldn't really recommend this approach here. You know, pedaling your bike and tossing the papers at people's houses. I think that that's pretty risky, especially if you're a young kid. If you're a skilled baseball player, or maybe you play quarterback, you got a nice arm on you, you're able to whip it in there with some accuracy, okay. But if you're not super athletically inclined, if you're not much for sports where you have to, make accurate throws, then I would recommend getting as close to the house as possible. Of course, when you're delivering newspapers, you're not trying to put them in people's mailboxes. I think that's actually illegal. At least it was. That's what I was told with the mail that I was delivering. I remember being told you can't put the newspaper in people's mailboxes because you don't work for the United States Postal Service. They said you have to get a delivery through USPS to be able to actually put things in people's mailboxes. So you had to just leave them on the front step. Right on the front door, right in front of the front door. That's where you'd want to toss the newspaper and, kind of walk up fairly close to the house and give it a little toss there. You don't have to place it just so. You don't have to walk up and put it down like with a bow on it or anything, but, you want to get it right there in front of the door so the person can open up and just reach down and grab their little newspaper. You don't want to throw it through the window like that. And you don't want to put it in their mailbox. You're not allowed. That rule may not apply in other areas. Can't say for sure. If you live in another country, maybe they let you, as a paperboy, deposit the newspaper into the mailbox, even if you don't work for the official postal service. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I was told. I'm just telling you what my experience was. That's all. You know. And maybe it's changed since then. I don't know. This was years ago, guys. You have to realize. This was years ago. What? I think I went too fast for the screen, is what happened there. Carrot, you'd quit if you had to go past the Grim fucking Reaper? Well, what if it paid really, really nicely? Would that be, you know... Because he's at least in this game, he's really slow. I haven't been caught by him a single time. I haven't run into him. So it seems like... I mean, look at him. Look how slow he goes. So if it pays extra, you know, we'll give you, I don't know. What's a decent wage for the paperboy? I don't even know these days. We'll give you $500 a week for a daily delivery on a decent paper route. Or we'll give you $5,000 a week if you will take this route where you're going to have to go by the Grim Reaper every day. Now, it may sound scary. Hold on, just hear me out. I hope the money's caught your attention. Because look, yes, it is the Grim Reaper. You will see him on your route, but he moves very slowly. And as long as you just keep moving at a normal pace, he's never going to get you. We have a hard time getting people to deliver in this particular neighborhood because of this guy, because the Grim Reaper. But for real, he's not really even a threat. It's the idea of him that intimidates people. It's the idea of him that makes people not want to take this delivery route. But if you have a little bit of bravery in your heart and you'll just listen to my words and believe me, I mean, we can drive by right now. I'll take you by right now and I'll show you how slow this guy is. You've never seen a slower son of a bitch. He looks scary, and in some respect he is, because it's the real Grim Reaper. But, again, he will saunter towards you very, very slowly, and as long as you keep moving, you are in no danger at all. Of course, if you trip and fall, maybe you have, I don't know, some sort of medical emergency where you're not able to continue moving, you fall down and he gets to you and touches you. That's all he has to do. I have to disclose this. If he touches you, you will die immediately. But I don't think that's going to happen. You seem like a spry, young individual, not in any danger of being gotten to by the local Grim Reaper. So what do you say? $5,000 a week. The route's yours. We have a deal? Carrot says at least $260,000. Wait, hold on. We're $5,000 a week. So you would do it for $5,000 a week. Carrot wants to know why Death is living in the neighborhood, in the suburbs. Well, I think that maybe he's just seen that city life comes with a lot more danger. And he wanted somewhere to live that's going to be nice and quiet, relaxing. I think the same things that drew everyone else to the suburbs, those same things are what drew Death, or the Grim Reaper, to the suburbs. He likes the idea of having a nice, freshly cut lawn. He likes the trash being collected reliably once a week, right at his, right down the driveway. He likes receiving his mail on time. He likes the low crime rate. He likes the clean air compared to living in the city. You get a lot of smog in the city. You know, some people will say it's convenient, and they've got their point. They've got some points there. For convenience, for hipness, for coolness. Some of the clubs, that's where the nightlife is, of course. But you know what? There are things you miss out on. There is the quiet, simple life, the simple pleasures of suburbia. There is having a tree in your front yard that you can put up a hammock in and lay down and take an afternoon nap while you read your newspaper. Sipping on a glass of lemonade in the summertime. Hearing the neighborhood dogs playing and the children laughing, riding their bikes around. Hearing people doing yard work and the smell of freshly cut grass. All of these things. That's why Death moved to the suburbs. That's why he left the city. He got to a point where it was just like, you know what? I'm not a young hipster anymore. I don't care about this stuff. I don't care that I'm 5 minutes away from all of the best clubs. At a point, it just doesn't appeal to you anymore. You want to settle down. You want relaxing. You want some enjoyment. Yep. Hey, we made it. And we're still dealing with the fucking not gophers, moles. The mole removal guys are still coming out once a week, checking the mole traps. Part of me wonders if they just bullshit the whole thing. It could all be a scam. It really could. I mean, they've got the traps down. Hey, look at that. No, sorry. You know what? I was looking at it completely wrong the whole time. I did not make it to 100,000. I was trying to make it to just a 10. Which I have done. Okay, that's good. Anyway. Yeah, they put these traps down in the yard, marked by flags, and they just come out once a week. A lot of times we're not here when they come out, so they'll leave a little door hanger, and it says on the back how many moles they caught that week, and it's usually 1 or 0. And I wonder if maybe it could be they've never caught a single one. Though the yard does look better. I haven't seen as many tracks and things. But they could have removed the only one that was causing trouble the very first time they came out. And every time after that, they could just kind of look around. Be like, is anyone home? I don't see anyone looking through the window. I don't see any cars here. And then they just write on the back of the paper, oh, we caught one this week. And then leave it on the door. Without even really having to do any work. I wouldn't know. I don't know how to check the trap myself. They've got like a proprietary trap, you know. So it's not like I could. It's not like I can just go to Home Depot and be like, hey, you guys sell mole traps. I'm trying to reverse engineer how they have this thing set up. I wouldn't know. I'd have to find out from them, and they're not going to tell me. They're not going to tell me the secrets of their trade. So I'm just kind of stuck taking their word for it. Ah, smack. I'm not accusing them of this, by the way. I think that they're an honest, upstanding company, and they've done a great job so far. I'm just saying, if they wanted to run a dishonest, sham mockery of a business, they could do it. And I would never know. Man, these guys, I don't like the unicyclists. Really bothering me. Look how far up those papers were. How was I going to get those and get back in time? Damn it. They could be planting moles in my yard. Again, I'd never know. They could be moles themselves. Wouldn't that be something? It's like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. The mole removal company ends up being actual mole people. And they're implanting moles everywhere they go. People think they're being removed, and actually they're propagating their species, planting them all over the world, so that one day, once they've reached a critical mass, then they all burst forth from the ground, and the business owners reveal themselves. They rip off their human skin, their human costumes, and show themselves for mole people. Coming soon from M. Night Shyamalan. What would the movie be called? Oop. Or it could be a show. I don't know if M. Night Shyamalan's, has he dabbled in TV yet? It'd be like The Sixth Sense, but with mole people instead. Maybe the main character goes to work for the mole removal company, and that's like the big twist at the end. That's, you find out that he's been a mole the whole time and he didn't even know it. And it's like this a moment of existential crisis when he realizes that he is a mole. He is a mole man. He thought he was a human, but he's a mole man. Just call it moles. Yeah. Straightforward. No frills. M. Night Shyamalan's Moles. Coming soon to Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Crunchyroll, because they're going to make an anime version. Also find the manga adaptation in your local Target store. Yeah, there we go. Ah! I missed it. I don't have any... No, good. Good. Okay. I was going to say I don't have any papers. But wait, I just picked up a stack. Why is it showing Yeah, okay. I must be looking at the wrong thing. I don't know where my arsenal of papers is being shown. That was a good run. That was damn good. I missed one of those, but that's okay. Get across there. Wheel it on up. Oh, I ran out of time. Guacamole. Or guacamole. Guacamole. Not to be confused with whack-a-mole. What's the favorite sauce of the Mexicans? Whack-a-mole. Guacamole. Mexican pest control. Guacamole. It wouldn't just be regular Mexican. Regular Mexican people, I don't think would necessarily be a big fan of whack-a-mole, but if you are a Mexican pest control agent, pest control technician, everything's technician now. Custodial technician, used to be a janitor, you're a custodial technician now. Gotta rename everything. Make everything sound fancier. Personally, I think janitor's fine. I think janitor sounds better than, like, cleanliness technician or any of that shit. They did that at Speedway when I worked there. They had to come up with a name for the people who worked at the little snack bar. You ever walk in a gas station, like Speedway, and they've got these little... What is it? It's almost like a little miniature kiosk in the center of the store with some sort of warming device, and inside, you know, you open it up and they've got ready-made breakfast sandwiches there that are awful, really, really bad. In the morning, maybe they'll have the breakfast sandwiches, and then in the afternoon they switch to the worst slices of pizza you've ever had in your life. You know, they didn't call those people just like whatever you would think they'd be called. What would you even think those people are called? Would you think they'd even have a special name? I wouldn't. That's just the guy who works at Speedway who happens to be seeing over the snack bar today. That's the snack bar guy. No, they called them stewards. You were the snack... What? The pizza steward or the breakfast steward. Or if you were watching over the coffee area, you were the coffee steward of the day. Yeah. I didn't realize that they make you do a perfect route to get a sub back. That is hardcore. Some hardcore gaming here. Some may say that Paperboy is the original Dark Souls of gaming. Carrot, you eat that shit? I mean, I did when I worked there just because it's there. But, you know, I remember this really cheesy presentation that one of the district managers gave one time. It was right when they first started doing the breakfast sandwich and pizza slice routine. It's like right when they were rolling that out. And the guy comes in all gung-ho and he's like, you know, look, people are here getting their gas. You know, we can save them a trip to McDonald's. We're gonna compete. We're going head to head with McDonald's. We're going head to head with Burger King. We're going head to head with all the big guys, all the heavy hitters of fast food here. And that's why it's important that we have our new breakfast stewards and our new coffee stewards to steward and lord over the snack displays. Make sure everything is hot and fresh and ready to go. Hey, what's up, Matt? How's it going? Matt C says someone just today said that E.T. was the Atari Dark Souls. Had me thinking. I think a lot of Atari games would probably be considered the Dark Souls of their time. When you go back and you play many games from the first few generations They did not hold your hand. They like to beat you down mercilessly. And if you cried about it, they would tell you tough titty. Tough titty, said the kitty when the milk went dry. Get good. Oh, you're having trouble, huh? Okay. Why don't you just call the Nintendo hotline for about $20 a minute? See how bad you want that tip. Or are you going to try again on your own? Ah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You're going to try again on your own. You're going to keep playing the same game you've been playing for the past year. Because it's the only one you've got. That's what's up. Yeah. But no, you know what? Back on Speedway, I just didn't buy it. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't say this to him because I didn't want to lose my job, but what I was thinking was, I'm sorry, sir. Your shitty Speedway sandwiches are not going to replace an Egg McMuffin. You're not going to replace the Egg McMuffin. Your single slice of pizza is not going to replace the local Domino's or the local Pizza Hut. You're just not even in the same ballpark. You guys are competing with Tony's. You guys are competing with Totino's Pizza Rolls. You're not competing with Domino's. Stop kidding yourself. You're not competing with McDonald's breakfast. You're competing with Jimmy Dean's breakfast sandwiches. The absolute, just the hubris to think. I mean, can you imagine that? I can't. I can't imagine being in the mood for McDonald's breakfast. I want a McGriddle today. And then you stop for gas and you're like, actually, Speedway? They've got these breakfast sandwiches that have been sitting here for 2 hours. It feels like a hockey puck. But you know what? It's right here. I'll just take this instead. I'm not doing it. Have some standards, guys. Almost hit 10,000 that time. I'm trying to push that A all the way out of the equation here. That one that I messed up. The one initial entry that's not ass. I'd like to get that off the board. That's become my new goal of the night here. I think I can do it. I'm pretty sure I just gotta mind my P's and Q's. I've come to enjoy the music. Still don't like it as much as the Super Nintendo version, but it's okay. It kind of puts me into a trance. It's not distracting. I feel like it helps me get in the zone here. It's good paper delivering music. Good, good, good. Nice. There we go. Jorfus has never heard of that restaurant. Are you talking about Speedway? Speedway is not a restaurant, and that's the problem. Speedway is a gas station. Speedway is a gas station that thinks it's a restaurant. And to me, there's an important difference between the two of those things. You can be convenient for people, yes. You can have your You can have your options there. But to start bandying about as if you are on the same level as dedicated restaurants, as a gas station, I don't buy it. I think it's ridiculous. Oh no. Speedways are really big here in the Midwest. See a lot of speedways. I've never heard 7-Eleven or UDF make such claims. At least UDF has ice cream. I mean, people will go there for food. For a particular food. People will go. I will go to United Dairy Farmers for their ice cream. I'm never going to Speedway just so I can get one of their sandwiches or the Speedway pizza slice. Well, I wish you the best, Carrot. I wish you wouldn't. I wish you would stay far away from Speedway's food. But, you know. I know that you don't want to upset Mr. Speedway. We've talked about this before. Look at that. High score that time. Okay. I think this might be my last round. This will have been an hour's worth. Probably, oops, when I finish this. I've already upset Mr. Speedway before. So I'm not afraid of Mr. Speedway. I've taken Mr. Speedway on head to head. And so far, life has worked out well for me, so far. I can't say the same for Mr. Speedway, though. Because last I checked, McDonald's still around. Burger King's still around. Their competition that they wanted to bury 15 years ago when I was working there, doesn't seem like their plans have worked out very well for them. Doesn't seem like they've bodied the competition the way that they were hoping they would. What's Esporozoos? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. I don't know what that thing is. Esporozoos. Oh, no. Oop. Oh, shit. I didn't get on the board that time. Oh well. Okay, well, so that's an hour's worth of Paperboy. Let's revisit the Sega Mania review from Simon Pike. Let's see. Yeah, well, you know what? What if I've got a 16-year plan to not just live my life to its fullest, you know, despite his looming presence, but to actually defeat him once and for all? What if I've been preparing this entire time? Like Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay, so, alright, see ya, Matt. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. The Paperboy review, I think I'm in agreement. It's a fun game. This is a good game. I don't have a whole lot to add. You know, as they said in the review here, as Simon said, Paperboy is an example of a simple concept executed very well, resulting in a high-quality experience that looks good and has an addictive gameplay loop, lending itself to those quick gaming sessions after school or after you've returned from your real-life paper round. I mean, yeah, that's it. You could sit down, you could play this for 10 minutes, or you could play it for a couple hours. It all depends on kind of what goals you set for yourself, what you want to get out of it. But it would be easy to throw on and say, hey, I'm going to try and beat my high score real quick and see if you can pull that off. You might end up getting sucked into that gameplay loop that they mentioned here in the review. Quite possible. Yeah, just not as polished. Obviously, it's a generation behind the Super Nintendo version. And the soundtrack is not up to par if you're comparing it to the Super Nintendo version. Again, I love that soundtrack. This one, it does the job well enough, though. It's not an embarrassment. Doesn't ruin the game or anything, but it sits right in there, you know? Gets the job done. So, next time, we're going to be looking at a game that is very challenging. Much more challenging than this one. This one's got a good challenge to it, but it's like a fun challenge. The game we're going to be checking out next time has the kind of challenge that perhaps makes you want to pull your hair out, begin punching things, throwing your controller, things of that nature, which I will try to refrain from doing when I'm playing it, but I can't make any promises. Also has a bit of a supernatural element to it. So that's your hint for what's coming next. And we'll be checking that out hopefully very soon. And I hope that you will join me for it. And how can you do that? Well, by making sure that you're subbed to the channel. That's the way to give yourself the best opportunity to possibly be notified by YouTube if they feel like letting you know. If you want a chance to be notified when I stream next, then make sure you're subbed to the channel and make sure you've bonged the gong for notifications so that YouTube might send you a notification if they feel like it. If you don't sub and if you don't bong the gong, you're definitely not going to get notified. But if you do those things, you at least give yourself the chance. And I hope that not only you give yourself the chance, but I hope that it works out in your favor. And I hope that you're here next time for the next edition of Sega Mania. That'll be number 12. And just to give you an idea of where we are here, let's see. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 5 games left in issue number 1. So we're working our way through here, at least the first issue. They do add a number of reviews in subsequent issues, so you know, we're not close to running out of reviews yet, but we are making our way towards the end of issue number 1, which is a nice milestone that we have that we're going to hit here very soon. So hope you'll be here for that. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at Super Divorce. And if you'd like to listen to some Super Divorce music, you can look up Super Divorce on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. Wherever you stream your tunes, you can find Super Divorce and check it out. See what you think. Got a couple albums there. some different flavors for you. Everyone in the chat, thank you guys for hanging out. Jorphus, thank you. Had a good time. All right, so my friends, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.